Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. So this is Talhariaz and this is going to be the third video of the programming fundamentals, and in this video we are going to discuss about the identifiers and constants, and this is the lecture actually the about the basics of data types. In the next video we will discuss about the data types in detail. For that video we should know the identifier, constants, and variable declaration, variable initialization. So this is what we are going to discuss in this video. And in the earlier videos I discussed about the like program, what are the programs and how the compiler execute the program, etc. So in this video I am going to discuss about the very basics for the data types like identifiers and the constants. So without wasting any time, let me start. So first concept is identifiers. So what do you mean by identifiers, Talha? Name of variables is called identifiers. Okay, Talha. Name of variable is actually the identifier. Then what is the variable? You didn't tell us about the variable. Okay, so in this video I am going to tell you about the variable. So what is the variable? Actually, this whole statement or line is known as a variable. Okay, Talha. So what is this line actually? So this is actually the data type of the variable. This I said that this whole line is a variable. This is the and this variable contains data type. This variable contain identifier. This variable contains its value. Okay, so data type in the next video, and Abbas here is the Abbas is actually the name of the variable here. Okay, so name of the variable is known as identifier. So Abbas is the identifier of this particular variable. Okay, so what is the value? Okay, so what is the value here? So value is 10, which is storing in the Abbas, or you can access it with the name of Abbas from the memory. Okay, you are storing 10 in the Abbas variable. This is the meaning of the whole statement, and this whole statement is known as a variable. And I want to discuss about the declaration and initialization. Okay, so this is actually the variable declaration. Okay, here we are not giving any value to this variable. Okay, so this is known as variable declaration, and I really apologize for the spelling, and I really apologize for it. Okay, so for avoid it. Okay, so int Abbas semicolon, we are not giving any value to the Abbas variables, then we call it as a variable declaration. But when we are giving some value to the variable, like here I am going to make the variable Michael and giving Michael value here 10. Okay, so this is here variable initialization, actually initialization of the variable with the declaration. Here we declare the variable, with that we also initialize that variable, but here we only declare the variable. Okay, so this is actually the difference. When we are not giving any value to the variable, then it is known as the variable declaration, and when we are giving any value to the variable, then it is known as the variable declaration. Okay, so I also want to discuss about another variable declaration, like here a pass is equal to 32. Okay, so this is actually also the variable initialization. First we declare it, then we initialize it. So this is also known as variable initialization. Okay, so that's what I want to clear you. Okay, so this is actually the variable declaration and variable initialization. Okay, so why we call it a variable? There should be a reason behind this name, variable. Okay, so that reason is changeable. This variable is actually changeable. Let me give it the name of Abbas. Okay, so what do you mean by changeable, Talha? So let me discuss about the value of Abbas. Like I set the value of a bus 10 here, but after 20 minutes I came to know that uh, I did a wrong thing with the value of a bus. Okay, this is the problem actually. I set the wrong value of a bus. I want to change it now. So this is the purpose. This is the main concept here. Variable. Variable is changeable, and we are going to write here a bus is equal to 12, and this is changeable. This is actually the concept of variable. This is changeable. We can change it after some time. Okay, but next concept I am going to discuss is constants. Constants, what are the constants? Those variables which are read only. Read only, we can't change them. Here we change the variable, but those variables which are not changeable, we call them as constants. Okay, so we are not going to say that these are the variable constants, no, but they are the simply constants. Constant is another thing, variable is the another thing. Variable is changeable, constant is not changeable. Like here I have example of pi. Const int pi is equal to 3.14. Okay, so this is the value of the pi, and this is going to be the constant throughout the program because I write the const keyword. Const keyword is used in the C++ for making any variable to the constant, which is which will convert into the only readable and read only, and we can't change it in the later. Okay, this is the main concept of the constants. Okay, what is the purpose of constants? Actually the main purpose I want to discuss here of the constant, this will not going to be execute on every refresh of your program. Okay, once you execute your program, then this statement, this constant statement will run only once. Okay, only once. When you refresh it, this statement will never get execute because the compiler know that this is the constant statement, and this is constant, I am not going to change it, so compiler will not execute it. Okay, so this is the main concept. This will increase the speed of the program execution, and that's all about the constant variable. So this is about the constant, changeable, variable declaration, variable initialization, and in the next video I am going to discuss about the data types in detail, and this is the very basics which I want to discuss about the variable and constants and variable declaration, variable initialization. One thing I missed, which is naming convention. So what do you mean by Talha? What do you mean by naming convention, Talha? So here I write a bus. Okay, here I write pi. One thing you may note that here I start with small letter. I can start with capital letter and then store it, but this is my naming convention that I start the every variable with the small letter. Okay, so this is the naming convention. The naming convention is up to you which you want to follow, but but you should follow the naming convention which is recommended by the documentation of the particular programming language like C++. And the naming convention are of multiple types like camel case. Camel case is like that if you want to write Talha Reyas, then you can write this like this, and this is known as the camel notation. Okay, camel notation, and this is only up to you what you want to follow in writing your program. Okay, this is all about the for today lecture, and thank you very much for watching my video. And one thing I want to mention, that I am ordinary person. I can do the mistakes, and in case you find any kind of mistake in my video, in this video and the earlier videos and the videos which I am going to upload soon, so if in case you find any kind of problem or mistake in these videos, you can let me know in the comment section. Okay, so thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz for now.